Well, this is gonna be different. Hi everyone, my name is Americ and welcome to a brand new review. Today I'm going to give you the full season review of Limitless. It's my second review of this show. I did one mid-season and I'm gonna link that below. But today I'm gonna give you my full thoughts about what I thought of the series overall. Oh yeah, there are gonna be some spoilers. So I'm not gonna tell you what the show is all about. If you're gonna watch this video, you know what the show is all about. But what I am gonna talk about is what worked, what didn't work, and what I'm hoping for season 2. First off, what worked? Well, the most basic thing that worked is Brian Fitch. I love that character. He's funny, he's genuine, he's kind, he's authentic. He's sort of like an everyday guy who's trying to do well with the circumstances that he's being put through. One of the things we've seen where people are on NZT is that they essentially brings out the worst out of them, or at least the most douchebaggy self of them. But I think Brian is a good example of someone when he's on NZT is actually caring and thinking about others and trying to do good, right? Just trying to help out as much as possible. So that's what I like about Brian. You know who else I like? Rebecca. Rebecca is the bomb. She's like the perfect blend of funny, serious, helpful, kind. She's like, I wouldn't say they have a brother-sister relationship with Brian, but I would say they have a real friendship and not the kind of usual procedural friendship that we see where it's like, will they or won't they? Isn't this gonna happen, guys? No, it's nothing like that. It's actually more of like a genuine, I care about your well-being kind of thing versus it being romantic in any way, shape, or form, which I think is possible. You can be friends with another human being without wanting to sleep with them. And it felt right. It felt original, and I kind of liked it. The other thing I really enjoyed about the show is the fact that the cases are smart. I mean, genuinely smart. To the point where I'm like, I cannot figure this out at all smart. They're taking advantage of the fact that NZT does really open up the mind and gives you these abilities to try to understand people and understand situations in a way that no other human being or even a computer can really comprehend, can really put together, right? It's like the super duper uber computer version of Sherlock Holmes, right? Which makes for really interesting cases that are explained in a very visual and very entertaining way that make Limitless very compelling, very fun to watch, very easy to watch. The last thing I really enjoy about the show is that as much as it's a procedural and as much as it has sometimes some really serious, some really compelling drama and cases and intrigue and all that, it balances it out with a lot of quirkiness and a lot of originality and a lot of levity that it's a really good mix. It's one of those shows that I always look forward to watching. I don't have to get into a mindset to watch it. There's some shows I really have to get into a mindset, but this is not one of them. And I really enjoy that about it. There's really not a lot of things that didn't work. So really I don't have much to say. The whole Sans becoming an evil mastermind storyline, wasn't great. It wasn't the best. I could have done without it. It wasn't the most compelling storyline in the world, and really the way it got resolved was like boring as F. Seriously. Sans, thinking that he could outgun Rebecca because he was on NZT. Look, you're on NZT. You're not Superman. Calm down.
Agent Harris, don't you know I'm on NZT and then I will...
I also have to say the family dynamics in this show, especially on Brian's side, it got tiresome really quickly. I get that originally at the start of the series, Brian was sort of like the black sheep of the family, kind of like a loser, stoner kind of kid. And, clearly he had some redeeming to do, and I get that they had to go through that. But towards the end, the dad was just a little bit annoying and repetitive. It's like, it's dangerous. You don't know what's going to happen. It's like, we get it. We get it. It's dangerous. You don't know what's going to happen. And the fact that Brian had to explain it over and over again, it got tiresome to me. I'm not going to lie. So I'm hoping that they don't really, emphasize that as much anymore. Speaking of what I'm hoping for, we still don't know whether there's a season 2 of Limitless, but if there is one, there are a few things that I'm really hoping they explore in this next season. Now that Brian has a permanent immunity to the NZT side effects, it's going to be interesting to see how the FBI works with him with NZT. Are they just going to give it to him all the time? Are they still going to do that 1 dose per case kind of approach? Is there going to be a middle ground? I'm really wondering how they play that out, because it's actually going to matter a great deal in determining what sort of Brian do we have throughout the season, right? Is it going to be NCT Brian 90% of the time and normal Brian some percent of the time? Or is it going to be normal Brian 50-50 the way they did in season 1? I'm curious to see how it works out, but I want there to be some sort of like difference. Boyle, I wish they did something with that character. I really, really, really wish they did something with that character, because season 1 Boyle was weird. Just very weird. Sometimes he was there, sometimes he wasn't. Sometimes he was used as a foil, sometimes he was a friend. I never really quite got a sense of who he was. At some point, we had like an exploration of his family side, and then they just dropped that. I never really knew what that character was all about. So either they actually give him something to do in season 2, or maybe it's time to bring some other character to try to be a foil, or I don't know, something else. Just the way the character has been used just hasn't been good. And the last thing I'm hoping for season 2 is actually having a season 2, because it still hasn't been announced.
Please give us a season 2. Please, please, please.
What he said. So anyways, guys, that's what I thought of the first season of Limitless. What did you think about it? What are you hoping for season 2? Comment below and let me know. Make sure to subscribe so you don't miss any of our upcoming videos on HappyCool. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, bye. Don't you know that I'm on NZT and that I will... Come on. Agent Harris, don't you know that I'm on NZT and that I will...